Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is May the 17th, 2022, baby. But, ladies and gentlemen, we got some interesting WWE 2K22 updates here. We had the patch came out yesterday, patch 112, 1122, whatever you want to call it. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's a pretty cool patch because I've never played my Rise that much, but people are saying that there's other wrestlers that like long time ago gimmicks that is on my Rise and they wish that they could play it on the exhibition mode or universe mode, but they couldn't do that. They had to download on the community creations. Now WWE says, you know what? Let's listen to the fans. And Dominic Dijakovic, T-Bar, aka T-Bar, even says, how about you put myself in there, not just T-Bar in the game? And guess what? 2K22 says, you know what, T-Bar? That's what we're going to do in the patch. So most of the guys in my Rise, I don't know who else is in there. I think they missed some guys. It's okay. But we got Alexa Bliss. That is not the Fiendish Alexa Bliss. We got Nikki Cross. That is not Nikki ASH. We had Dominic Dijakovic. We got Shinsuke. That's not King Nakamura. You could put him in your current show like he is in real life. And we got King Corbin. I think I'm missing somebody else, but that's okay. But I think it's pretty cool. And now, today, we got the DLC came out. I just installed mine. And I can't wait to play it. I want the only person I really care about in this DLC is the Boogeyman. But I want to know how Dragon Up and Indy Hartwell works, how they work out. But Boogeyman, I love his entrance, and I love this guy. I love the creepiness. I don't like horror movies, but creepiness in WWE is pretty fun. I love The Fiend, I love The Undertaker, Kane, all the creepy things. I like it. But like, I don't watch horror movies. I don't like scary movies, but creepy things in wrestling is interesting. Even on AEW, they don't really have a lot of creepy things. But Impact Wrestling, when they had Abyss, it's pretty cool. And now I like Decay now because they're the creepy guys in Impact Wrestling. AEW doesn't have anyone that's creepy. House of Black, I guess. But no, what has they done? Like, you see Decay in action more times than you see on with House of Black. And WWE's creepy guys is, I guess, Judgment Day now, because they're dark people. They're not really creepy, but I'm hoping they find somebody that's creepy. I hope they find somebody. But, ladies and gentlemen, the real DLC that I am most looking forward is the next one on June 7th. Because I'm a big fan of MSK, and they're finally coming to the game. I understand that Nash Carter is released, but looks like he's still going to be in the game. I'm happy for it. I'm not going to break up the team. I love MSK. So I'm not going to break up the team. I'm not going to do that. I like MSK. That's what I'm most looking forward to. Mostly the new NXT superstars I'm more looking forward to. Like LA Knight, Saray, even Commander Aziz. I know he's not a NXT guy, but newer guys I'm more excited for. The newer guys. Ronda Rousey, she was in 2K20, and she might not be anything different. They have mostly all her stuff in the game already. They have her entrance, they have her moves. They just need the music and the Titantrons and Ronda Rousey. So it doesn't really make any difference. You could still make your own Ronda Rousey, but Doink the Clown would be cool. I'm more excited for the newer guys, and most newer on the Legend side and on the current side. Legends and current. So let's get to Monday Night Raw because, ladies and gentlemen, we had an interesting thing that we're supposed to have a gauntlet match for a number one contendership to the Raw Women's Championship. SmackDown was supposed to be in this match. But Sasha Banks and Bayley and Naomi, the women's tag team champions, were supposed to be in this match, but we heard that they walked out of Monday Night Raw. They were upset because of the creative, and they don't want to work with some of these wrestlers that was in the gauntlet match. So they walked out, so they had to change the match. So they said, who cares about Doudrop and Nikki ASH? Let's kick them out and just make it a one-on-one match between Becky Lynch and Asuka. But what's going to happen with Sasha Banks and Naomi? I thought they got stripped of the titles, and then I read it again that they are still the champions. I don't know what to say. So there was no segment for the start of the show. There was not a lot of segments. There was interviews, but not a segments. But Edge been trying to get AJ Styles to join the Judgment Day. So ladies and gentlemen, to start off Monday Night Raw, we got a steel cage match. We got Omos and MVP went to the ring, and MVP talking about how Omos could win, pinfall, submission, or escape the cage. And he said a whole bunch of words. And then Bobby Lashley came out, and some reason Cedric Alexander came out and attacked Bobby Lashley before he even got into the cage. And then Omos came out of the cage and started beating up Bobby Lashley. The match didn't start until you had to be in the cage. So we went in commercial break, and now after commercial break, the two big guys are finally in the cage, and they beat the living hell out of each other. At the end, the winner of that match was Bobby Lashley when Omos accidentally broke the cage door with Bobby Lashley's body. And when Bobby Lashley woke up and he was on top of this broken wall, he just steps out of the ring. And he wins because he escaped from the cage. But we heard that next week, Bobby Lashley has a almighty challenge for both Omos and MVP. I wonder if it's going to be a tag team match. Will MVP finally have a match and not open his big mouth? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thought Ollie will be versing Theory with a normal referee that actually knows her job. It was a girl referee. And then Theory says, you know what? Let's make this more fair. It wasn't fair. Let's bring Miz back, and he's a special guest referee. And then Miz asks Theory, are you ready? And he says to Ali, he's going to get beat up by Theory. Maybe he could show that he is a championship material when he goes one-on-one with Veer. Of course, Mr. Theory has to run like a little baby, of course. And the winner of that match was Veer. Because The Miz was in the way. Because Ali was about to do a springboard. And then Miz just walk in front of him and starts to count. And then ladies and gentlemen, Veer gets the win by the submission. And it looks like Theory and Veer was taking selfies. But Miz wants to be part of the selfies. And that's what he did. And it looks like Veer was about to hurt Ali on the table. Like he did with his other jobber friends. Ollie's jobber, he just got beat up. And then the return of the Mysterios came out to stop Veer. Then we had Riddle versus Jimmy Uso. There was no Randy Orton, but I hope he shows up on SmackDown because we have a unification match for both Raw and SmackDown tag team titles. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Riddle because Jey Uso got himself banned from ringside by getting involved in the match. Then we have AJ Styles and Finn Balor will be versing Angel and Humberto with Liv Morgan in the corner, and the winner of that match was AJ Styles and Finn Balor. And looks like the club has a new member, just like the Judgment Day has a female member. Liv Morgan did the too sweet thing with the two guys, AJ Styles and Finn Balor. And ladies and gentlemen, now we can find out this personal rivalry between Seth freaking Rollins and Cody Rhodes. How it ends, it will be ended inside the Hell in a Cell. Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins in the Cell. Then we have Alexa Bliss versus Sonya Deville, and Sonya still thinks she's the boss, and she's not. But the winner of that match was Bliss, and then when Sonya was upset because she did something, I don't know what she did, and then the referee says, no, you lost. And then Sonya slapped the referee in the face, and I'm guessing Adam Pearce is going to fine her because you're not an authority figure anymore. You're a wrestler, and if a wrestler hits a referee, you get fined. She's going to get fined. Then we have Ezekiel. Oh my God, I can't say words anymore. Versus Chad Gable, and it looks like Ezekiel, they don't have the real answers of Ezekiel being Elias because there was barbecue sauce on the test. Otis, I thought you were lifting weights, not eating your wings. So Chad Gable issued a challenge to Ezekiel, and now we have that match, and we both had Otis and Kevin Owens near the commentary table, and ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Ezekiel getting the win, and he ran away before Kevin Owens and Otis could get him. Then we had Asuka versus Becky Lynch for a no-win contendership to verse Bianca Belair at Hell in a Cell for the Raw Women's Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match and the new no-one contender to the Raw Women's Championship is Asuka. Because Asuka, out of nowhere, she spits the green mist in the face of Becky Lynch. It was a lot of green mist. It was all over her hair, her face, everywhere. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Asuka. She's heading to the Raw Women's Championship at Hell in a Cell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT 2.0 results. We heard that NXT's In Your House is coming up. We have a North American Championship, and we have a tag team. I think we have the tag team titles on the line. Pretty Deadly versus the Creed Brothers. Yeah. That's all for me today. Tyler's out. Bye.